In the various videos that I make on this channel and the daily teachings that I send to everybody's email who has signed up, you may hear me say the word God all the time. Now, for those of you who have a difficult religious background where the word God has now accumulated a lot of baggage, I can understand how that may be a little discomforting on this path of spirituality, self realization. But today, I wanted to make this video to really clear up the word God. What does it really mean when I say God? I'm going to be giving you my perspective, how I relate with this term, what I feel God is, and how this word doesn't need to be such a hindrance if you are on this path, even with a difficult past of religion. So let's cover what is God. God is not a personal figure in the sky controlling our destiny for fun. God is source. God is truth. God is the essence and substance of all that we call life. God is life itself, the formless reality which is ever present and which makes up all things. God is self. God is the summation of all creation and what is beyond it. Whenever you see a wave in the ocean, you are looking at ocean alone. The wave is a temporary form which arises in the ocean, made up of nothing other than ocean. It is ocean alone. Just like that, whenever you hear a sound, or you see a sight, or you see the appearance of a thought, you are looking at God alone. All forms are rooted in that one source, which itself is formless. The earnest spiritual seeker has to train him or herself through spiritual practice, through meditation, through discernment, through knowledge of the scriptures, to look beyond appearances. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, most people fail to know me because they are fooled by appearances. They do not go beyond merely the surface level appearances to know me. It is spoken from the perspective of God. So, us, the earnest spiritual seeker, now have to stop just looking at surface level forms and taking them to be what is real. We are learning to see what is actually true, what is actually real, what is the reality in which all of these forms are sourced, out of which they arise, back into which they subside. If you don't like the word God, it is totally okay. On this path, you can feel free to substitute the word God whenever you hear it or read it with the term source, self, life, that which is. But I do invite you to shed away your past notions of God, of the word God. Empty your mind of all ideas about God as being a particular form or a thing. From there, you become comfortable with the word God. You actually start to fall in love with it. And then you can also worship God in all forms. Is it okay to have a personal relationship with God on this path of non duality, of spirituality? It's completely okay. You can speak to God in your mind, you can worship God, you can sing praises and songs of devotion to God. You can imagine God in a particular form that you enjoy, like Krishna or Christ or Buddha. It is not a hindrance. But at the same time, know God to be your own source as well. Know yourself to be sourced from God. You see, when you know God as self, when you know God as within, then you can worship him in any way you like. But does it not create a sense of duality? I thought this was a path of non duality, seeing everything as one, seeing that I am not this person. No, worshiping God, surrendering to God, being devoted to God, even having a personal relationship with God. It does not create duality. It dissolves duality. It dissolves the identification with the appearance of duality. Let me explain. Total surrender to God, even if it's coming from a personal place. Devotion, prayer, it dissolves the pride within you. It melts the pride within you. This pride, I am a person. I am in control of life. I make my own decisions. I think, I feel, I choose. As we lose ourselves more and more in prayer, in worship of God, in devotion to God, in meditation on God, God's presence engulfs this ego, which is the notion I am the creator, I am the doer. There's a quote from Hanuman said to Lord Ram that explains this so beautifully. Hanuman said, "When I believe I am the body, then I am your faithful servant. When I know I am the soul, I know myself to be a spark of your eternal light. And when I have a vision of truth, you and I, my Lord, are one and the same." In this simple little prayer, devotion, teaching, Hanuman is not only from a personal point of view, having a relationship with God as his source, as his creator, as his maintainer, as his higher intelligence. He is also knowing himself to be a spark of God's light. And then, even subtler than that, he merges in God, and there is no him, there's only God. This brings up the question in many of our minds, am I God then? Yes, God is your only true identity, but not you, the person, are God. If you think you, the person, are God, go about living that way, it'll create a lot of dysfunction. It is another form of delusion. The mind, which has picked up another concept, I am God, and now it thinks it's all powerful. No. The understanding that I am that which is, I am that I am God, arises in the absence of the ego. It is not another belief to add to the ego. That will only create pain and is further ignorance. So, this spiritual path is all about growing in awareness of God, living in God's presence, allowing this life to flow the way God wills, living in total acceptance of what happens moment by moment. So, meditate every single day. When you meditate, the presence you are tuning into is God's presence, in which the whole idea of who you think you are and the life you think you're living dissolves. Throughout your life, discern between the unchanging being and the changeful experiences. That unchanging being is of God. Live in total acceptance. When you live in total acceptance, you honor God's will. When you resist, you strengthen the ego, which is the pride, I am the doer. Surrender to God. Rather than being so attached to what this life must become, continue to honor what God wills. How? Follow your intuition, do what the situation requires, do what life is demanding, play the role you are playing without attachment to what must happen, without selfish motive, without resistance. This is how we grow in awareness of God as our true source, our true identity. I hope this video answered your questions about what God is and how I refer to God when I am doing my talks or writing my teachings and messages. If you have questions and you need help with your spiritual practice, join our free community. I'll link it down below. Thanks, and see you next time.